treat it like I'm gone. Hello, welcome back to Lloyd and JD, the best fucking podcast in the world. I am Lloyd.
I'm JD.
And it is almost the New Year?
It is New Year's.
It is New Year's.
Yeah.
We're going to put this one out on New Year's.
Or something like that. Either way, it's Happy New Year's.
Happy fucking New Year, 2018.
2018.
And what is new? Fuck all. Me and Jordy talked about this in the car on the way up here.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot of the technology is being hidden from us because we have kind of slowed down.
What do you mean?
Well, 2020, we were supposed to be like flying around in fucking jetpacks and shit. And, you know, we have a lot of great technology, but they tell us that the iPhone's fucking, like 50 years behind what they've actually got going on. So,
oh, really?
yeah, I don't know, the secretive of information at this point in our lives, kind of shitty. I think they envisioned something else earlier on in life.
Right.
You know, they envisioned that maybe we'd be sharing the technology, that world would be growing, and we'd all be happier.
I think they thought that we wouldn't be fighting as much and the world would be a better place.
But that's if this
definitely
even
not
gets
the
to
case.
come out and we don't get destroyed by an asteroid or an alien
Yeah.
ship flying by because it's 2018.
Yeah.
And we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
So, any New Year's resolutions?
For me?
Yes.
No, it's just continuing to plug forward.
Seriously,
and
you
try
don't
to,
have a New Year's resolution.
No, I just, you know.
There's nothing in you're a perfect person. There's nothing in your life that you feel that you
I'm
could
far from perfect.
excel on. Then what's your New Year's resolution? You can't say you don't have a New Year's resolution. There has to be something in this year that you're like, I want to do better than I did last year.
I want to do everything better.
Oh,
I always want to build on what it is.
Guy, hey? Pick a thing, man.
Yeah. I have not sat down and given it any kind of real thought. I mean, for me, it's just a linear movement.
That's the mistake, man. You got to do it. You got to do it. 2018, you got to pick one thing and be like, I got to make that better.
Well, let's try to double the podcast audience that we have. We've done really well. Actually, last year, we doubled the amount of views and the amount of time watched. So our audience has doubled on YouTube. For the podcast that we have, I've been doing a lot of stuff, to try to get things out. Like we're on Spreaker now. We'll be on Spotify shortly with the podcast as well. So there's a whole bunch of.
We don't need to know.
We continue to expand. I was looking at iHeartRadio and being on that. And
what the fuck is it? As long as none of these involve me getting up on stage.
Absolutely none of it. It's funny. We keep on getting invited on stage.
Fuck off. Like, we are a podcast.
Yeah.
A podcast live is only good when you're famous as shit because people already like you and are willing to sit there and listen to you for half an hour.
Right.
A podcast when no one knows who the fuck you are for half an hour is a little bit fucking different.
Yeah.
And sometimes people can wonder why.
Although in 2017 we did our first live podcast, and
2017 we act like it was like 2017. It was like fucking 4 weeks ago.
Yesterday, when it was last year. No, but essentially we did our first live podcast at Paracon. It went over relatively well. I mean, the audience really enjoyed you. They thought you were really funny, so that was good. And I mean,
so if there was even 2 more people there, it could have been worse.
I could have just taken one bad person and they would have been done.
It's a in the moment thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
This one went well, but that means nothing for the next one, which is what gets me about it. It's not like you can get used to something that isn't linear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not the same thing every time. It's always different variables that will make something more frightening than it was before.
But what is funny is if you look at, like,
if we got invited on radio, done.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Done.
But I don't think radio's going to...
That's what we do.
I don't think radio is going to invite us in because radio...
That's the industry, though. That's the fuck stages. Like, why do you get... Or, like... Oh, yeah.
And it's actually funny that you mentioned radio because you'll go out and...
Or maybe even filming
CJ92 or X92.9, they will be out doing somewhere... they'll be doing the broadcast of like, hey, we're coming live from Arctic spas and all that kind of stuff.
Fuck being that guy,
and
right?
It's like, it's awkward as fuck to be that guy. It's like, here, we're selling a bunch of hot tubs.
There's like
come on down.
There's like one person in front of him like...
And everybody else is just kind of looking at you because you're breaking their silence. So, I mean, it's a bit weird. But, I mean, there are people out there that do podcasts live. Kevin Smith's an example of that where they have huge audiences.
Kevin Smith's fucking famous as shit.
Oh, I know. But,
if he took a poop on the floor, someone would pick it up and try to sell it.
Probably.
Exactly. So there's a difference, It makes the podcast easier.
Right.
Than when like you're trying to ease people into like, giving a shit about what I have to say, which is what a podcast is.
Right.
When you put a podcast out there, you're giving someone the option to click on it and listen to you. If they don't like you, they get to fuck off.
Yeah.
When you're on stage.
Or leave bad comments underneath, which does happen
is fine.
as well.
But like bad comments in person is different. And
and directly at the moment, at the time, and interrupting your flow and all that kind of stuff.
It's a whole different fucking... People have to be there for you with a podcast. It's not like I show up... It's not like comedy.
Yeah.
You don't get up on stage and got a set and you just hope these motherfuckers find you funny. It's like, these guys have to be coming here for you and your opinion.
And even comedians can go up and have a set and you can be funny, but if you're not funny to that one person and they decide to make your life miserable, that can throw your whole set off as well. I mean, you see the heckler that kind of goes in. But at least it's
more of an accepted heckler than like, there's this random podcast showing up today and I've got to fucking watch it. Like usually podcasts, you want to go to it like you would a concert. You don't just sit there and be like, random concert's happening right now. It's fucking Missy Elliott. Oh, great. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's like. It's like, who the fuck? Why is this happening?
Yeah.
So I don't want to be that guy on stage where everyone's like, why the fuck is this going on right now? And who the fuck are they? And why do I care what they have to say?
Yeah.
Because you have to care what we have to say to want to listen to this piece of shit.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, but that's why Paracon worked well, because really we were interviewing somebody that people were interested in, and it was just gave it a little bit of an
And there wasn't enough people there for one of them to give a shit.
Yeah.
Because I would have gotten up and beaten his ass because it was only fucking...
the process of elimination was way too easy to be a heckler in that audience.
What's that? That would have been...
It would have been interesting.
Would have been a personal setting.
that would have made it for a good video, but didn't happen that way.
It's maybe, it would be better if we filmed something prior and then released it to be played live there.
Yeah.
On the big screen.
Yeah.
Is it not?
Yeah.
Because that's what we are.
That's right.
This is where we're comfortable.
Yeah. And there was a lot of people that wanted to film stuff with you, that wanted to go and they wanted to take you under the bridge for the dead kid.
It's not happening, though.
The prison in Montana, they wanted to lock you in a room there with the ghosts and all that kind of stuff. I mean, there were people coming out. There's
Listen to me for a second.
The guy that wanted to drive you around in his hearse. Like that.
Listen, they got some first-hand experience with me.
Yeah.
All right? That's it. That's over now. I'm exclusive. I'm like fucking a mole rat. I pop my head out a little bit. I'm gone. I showed myself for a day.
Yeah.
Back into the shadows.
Yeah. So no hearse rides, no.
Fuck no. No.
No hearse rides to the jail to be locked up.
Like you can see my face on the podcast, but then I'm gone.
Yeah.
Whisper.
Yeah. And that's a good way to be honest. I mean,
the whole thing fucking scares me.
Yeah. Well, I know. You're very much into that, I mean, you love your supernatural stuff. You love Bigfoot. I mean, you posted a Bigfoot video, which was the worst thing that I have ever seen in my life.
It was awesome.
Please tell me that's fake.
Of course.
That guy complete utter lunatic.
Don't you think I would have put a bigger sentence there if I thought it was a real fucking head? Check this is amazing.
You know what's funny? I went and watched it, and then
I didn't even watch it. That's a funny thing. I just saw that head and was like, that looks like...
You posted it.
I was where are the lips?
You posted it, and so I went and took a look at it, and I'm like, oh my God. And I was watching it, and it's actually funny because he's reeling around and showing this stuff, and he's like, my dad's had this in the freezer since 1953, and blah, blah, blah. It's okay, so why you been bringing this out now? But it was funny because he was going around, and then underneath there's a metal pipe where obviously he's built this whole thing and stuff. And I actually put in the comments, I'm like, I said, hey, at 3:05, what's with the metal pipe sticking out of his head kind of thing? There's no bone structure. So he just released another video in the last couple days because and this guy was so angry about this metal pipe comment that I had put on there that it's in the video. He's in the video. It's like, if I hear one more effing guy talk about that effing fucking pipe, I'm gonna... It's like, the guy's a complete lunatic. It's hilarious, but,
Did he say why the pipe's there?
What's that? He says it's not a pipe, that it's like a breathing hole, and that the physiological part of the Bigfoot is completely different than humans. And it's like, well, I guess,
It's not a pipe.
Metal plumbing, fixtures inserted into a Bigfoot are just, something that they're born with.
It's not a pipe. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's completely crazy. But
I didn't actually watch it.
No, you should watch it. It is.
I just thought the head was funny. So I posted it.
It's funny, and that video has a ton of views. Like, I mean, there's hundreds of thousands of people on there, and there's people commenting like, "Good for you," and "Screw the government," and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's like you guys are delusional. You're delusional.
That's awesome.
It's like, but again, it comes back to the argument that we have all the time. When people do stuff like that, it just kind of ruins it for when there's actually legitimate stuff out there that may have some merit and should maybe be looked at a little further, because somebody like this has made a complete farce of the entire thing.
Yeah,
I mean, in his other video too, I watched a bunch of his videos after this
God.
too. He was like, "Yeah, people shoot Bigfoot here all the time. Like, we have a Bigfoot problem." And then he has a video of him going out, and there is some lunatic in the woods making Chewbacca noises, and he's like, "See, there's yeah." I don't know why Bigfoot sounds like Chewbacca, but in his videos, that's what it sounds like.
That's awesome.
So. But, obviously he's getting them the views, and he'll probably do more, so it's going to get even more and more entertaining with this guy. But unfortunately, I don't think the 1953 Bigfoot head that his grandfather kept in the freezer is real, regardless of what he says.
It's fucking awesome.
But it's funny because he's like standing out in the snow with a thing on the blanket and all that kind of stuff.
On the blanket. Oh, man. Yeah. Classic.
Yeah.
Classic crazy man in the woods.
Yeah.
Imagine that guy was your
he sent it off for DNA tests, so all that spam that he jammed in there to make it look like meat, it's going to come back positive.
Ew, and then they find his sperm on it too. He's probably been...
Oh, he was saying that this is the best part. In his other video, he's like saying all the things that people said to him. Like, he said some lady propositioned him about having sex with him and having the Bigfoot head in the bed and all sorts of stuff. Like, this guy, he is completely out there, man.
Oh,
I mean, whether people are saying this to him or not,
having
which is a possibility.
Bigfoot head in the bed. Why would someone want that?
I don't know, but yeah, you should watch the videos.
That's
they are,
deep, man.
if anything, they are funny.
It sounds scarring.
Yeah, so. He said there's a bunch of people asking him to do sexual things with the head, all that kind of stuff. It's messed up.
Put that metal rod on your cock.
Well, it's crazy. Probably attracts crazy. So.
Yeah, man, they're out there.
They are out there.
But they ruin it for the rest of us.
Yeah.
This Bigfoot is real.
Except for this one.
Except for this one. This one's a hoax because there's a metal rod hanging out of his fucking head.
Well, and the funny thing is if you go back into his video history, there's a thumbnail of him like pointing a gun at a Bigfoot. And like this Bigfoot statue that he's obviously built, it looks like the head from that. So then chopped it off. So maybe he shot the Bigfoot and put the head in the freezer. Maybe that is actually true, but it's definitely a statue. It's not a real Bigfoot.
Could be.
Yeah. So,
well,
it's been pretty quiet otherwise in the supernatural kind of news.
We'll see. There's asteroids that we think are alien ships.
Right. The big oblong one that's been confirmed by NASA and all that kind of stuff. And it'll be nice and radioactive by the time it gets here from cosmic rays and all sorts of space goodies.
Steve Hawkins says it's a fucking manned by aliens.
Yeah.
That's what he thinks.
He thinks it's manned by it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it'll be interesting when they land.
He just did a thing about how he thinks that we shouldn't unrule the fact that we could possibly be dealing with alien manned ship, especially the trajectory and the way it's been going.
Right.
They think.
Where's it headed to? That part I've
read that it's heading this way.
Right.
But it was stalled for a couple of days, where it was just kind of slowed down and drifting. I think that's what made everyone kind of freak out.
Right. It's a bit of a weird shape. Right.
Very weird shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not like it's tumbling end over end.
No,
it's
cruising.
Yeah, it is cruising.
So even forming gravity.
Yeah. So, who knows? We'll see.
That's how our space station works.
Yeah. But, I mean, they're looking at it. They know. We've let that out.
It's fucking exciting, man.
Yeah.
I could be right anytime.
You could be right anytime. Lloyd welcomes our alien overlords. Yeah. Land here Free lemonade.
As long as they're nice to our children,
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. I don't care if they kill some government officials. What is it to me? I don't give a shit. Blow it. You know, if you're dumb enough to be on the army.
What if you got to build a pyramid, though? What if you get enslaved and you got to build pyramids?
I doubt that they enslaved people to build pyramids, man. I'm sure they just used like some technology that builds them in like, you know.
Like sandcastles?
Yeah.
Giant mold comes down.
I don't think that's ever been their dream for us to be in that sense. They might need our blood or something sick like that.
Yeah. Which is probably not good.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah. Then that's, you know, that's worse than the zombie
Hopefully
apocalypse.
they're nice, man. You just got to stay positive. That's the new 2018 thing. Stay positive.
Yeah. Never ends that way in movies.
No.
Never a good sign, right?
What?
They're just going to eat us or
Well, I
they're
don't
going
know.
to...
Some movies it ends nice.
Like...
Just wait.
Aliens, they
E.T.
eat us. E.T.?
They were nice. They never blew up the planet. They just
No,
wanted
but
E.T. back.
They took them back and they never came back. They're like, fuck you
because
guys.
They left. They weren't there to fucking help. In the first place, they were just interacting with us. Why do we always assume they're coming to help us?
Yeah, they were just like...
Why couldn't we just interact?
Yeah.
Why does there have to be this like, oh, they're either killing us or helping us? Like, well...
Yeah, but E.T. we fucked up, right? Because we tried to kill the little bastard.
No, we saved him, though. Us,
Well,
the government.
Elliot
That's
saved
what I'm
him.
saying. It's okay if they kill government officials.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the greater portion of society tried to kill the little
Like, there
bastard,
might
and
be
then
some
Elliot saved him, and they're like, hey, cool, you're cool, dude, but we're fucking off because you guys fucked up. Like, fuck you, we're out.
There's going to be some murder, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's some evil fuckers out there that need to die. That's just the way it is.
Independence Day, they blow up everything. Aliens, they try to blow up everything.
No, they didn't.
You know?
How do you know that they won't
The Avengers, the aliens, they come, they try to blow up everything. Everybody tries to blow up
These
everything.
are man-made movies. They weren't made by fucking aliens. This is our projection. We're
Yeah.
always shooting at shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Look at that thing that happened in Los Angeles. That was documented in the news fucking paper, and fucking 100,000 people saw it. The army fought against a weird flying object in the sky. They shot round after round into this flying object, and nothing happened to it for like over half an hour. It was crazy. That's what that movie, Battle of LA, that's what that is based on. And that's a true fucking story. You can look that up. There's newspaper cutouts. That shit fucking happened. They shot at something for like...
So how does that end well? That anything that shows up, we shoot at.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, that was our first thing that we ever did to something that was unknown off the shore of LA that has actually been documented. Like, you can go research. I know you probably will research this afterwards. Yeah. But it happened. There's documentation about it happening. There's like the army fought against something. Shells were shot. Money was spent. That's how we know when money gets spent. And they documented it in the news. They lit up the sky with rounds, and nothing happened to this thing. You just sat there and watched.
Yeah. See.
Yeah, and they're like, that's
if
what
we did. If a ship lands in your backyard, don't go shoot at it. I mean, if they get out and they eat your neighbor, then okay, maybe start shooting. But you know. Up until that point. If it
comes out and it's like, shoot it.
Yeah.
But if it comes out and it's like, what's up, bro?
Yeah, but what if it's just trying to, communicate and it sounds like that, like that's
then you're
what's
probably
going to
get shot, and you need to understand that the way you communicate is not okay. Like, you can't communicate like that. If you go around communicating weird, you're going to get shot. Like, that's in any day life. Like, if you go around in people's houses going, they'll probably fucking shoot you. Especially if you're in America.
Yeah.
And people have...
Especially in Florida.
Yeah, don't fucking do that.
Flacca.
You will get fucking shot. So... Yeah, you're gonna. Get shot.
No,
you're gonna get shot. Like you're landing in the wrong fucking place.
Yeah, yeah. Texas, don't land your UFO there. If you're gonna land, park somewhere a little more.
Don't go to Alabama. You're like, it's not gonna go well for you.
Yeah. Don't go to Arizona where everybody's got a gun. It's.
Well, actually, there is a landing pad somewhere in Alberta.
They could land on someone in Alberta and they'd be like, sorry, sir.
Sorry, did we mess up your landing gear?
Sorry, Mr. Alien.
Anyways, that's all we have time for.
Well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys.
Enjoy the fact that fuck all was changed.
Yeah. We'll still be here all year long, so make sure, like, comment, subscribe.
Bigfoot is real. Aliens are real.
Except for that head, it's not real.
No, there's a rod hanging out of it. I hope he watches this podcast.
I hope he does too.
I'm Lloyd.
I'm JD.
Peace.
See ya.